You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
Lost media is an interesting topic because it covers a wide area of media, and in this case, video games. It's weird that they can disappear just like that. If no one makes a backup or saves the source code, it becomes vaporware, with all those years of work gone. The only thing worse is when it ends up in a private collection, as the collector only thinks of the monetary value of the media and not dump prototypes or retail copies for preservation purposes, because it might devalue the item. And it's a sad thing, really. But here are 5 lost video games. Game Studio Genki was supposed to release a Fast and the Furious movie tie-in video game for the Xbox and PS2 for a November 2003 release. Not much of the game has come out, like gameplay mechanics and such, but was said to play like Midnight Club 2 and Tokyo Extreme Racer, and the story would have been an adaptation of the first 2 movies. The only gameplay premise was that it would have an arcade-style feel where you would pick races from a menu on closed tracks, so no free roaming around LA or Miami. Currently, it's unknown why the game was cancelled, as there is no official reason given, but many speculate it was Genki themselves, as Need for Speed Underground was released the same year, and compared to it, the graphical fidelity of Fast and the Furious just couldn't keep up and they canned it. But no playable builds or demos have ever been leaked, so it remains lost. CatDog Saving Mean Bob was a cancelled action platformer based on the Nicktoon of the same name, CatDog, for the PlayStation and PC. There's barely any info on it other than Robert Lemitrux, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, worked on the game, and the PC game CatDog Quest for the Golden Hydrant as well. It was developed by Nowhere and published by Hasbro Interactive. So far, the search has hit a dead end, as no one has been able to find someone from the development team that would have a build of the game, or even if it was finished in the first place. The only info on its existence is a Blockbuster page made for the game, a promo in Billboard Magazine 2000 February edition, and PSX Nation in March of 1999 edition. Earthworm Jim was a 2D platformer in the early 90s, developed by Shiny Entertainment, and was an immediate success with 2 sequels and a cartoon. The last we saw of the series till the new animated show announcement was called Earthworm Jim Menace to the Galaxy and had remained in development purgatory. Atari had picked up the rights to Earthworm Jim and tried to remake the first game for the PSP for a 2007 release. Unfortunately, due to lack of royalty payments not made by Interplay during development to Shiny Entertainment, the remake was canned, as it was 80% complete at the time of its cancellation. As for what was known about the remake, it was a 3D model on a 2D plane with new extra levels added to the game, and new upgrades for Jim's suit that allowed him to do different things that he couldn't in the original. As of 2020, no prototype or demo of the PSP version ever leaked to the internet. Beavis and Butthead is a cancelled arcade beat-em-up based on the popular 1996 MTV cartoon that Atari was developing at the time. It was built on 3DO hardware, and gameplay borrowed ideas from the show, like asking players to work together or fight each other during stages with boxing gloves or baseball bats. Unfortunately, the game was never completed, as only 4 of the 6 levels were done when public testing yielded negative results, and Midway purchasing Atari and cancelled every project that was in production, like Beavis and Butthead and Primal Rage 2. 12 prototype machines were sold at the NTV auction in 1999, and several of them were seen at the California Extreme Show from 2007 to 2013. On April 6th of 2016, Galloping Ghost Arcade bought Prototype 9 after Jeremy Fox of Prince Arcade sold it to them, and it was not functional. They were able to get it working again by finding a used 3DO for parts. Sadly, Galloping Ghost Arcade said they would never dump the ROM onto the internet, but a ray of hope happened in 2017 on the R main page, where a user that went by the name of BTC08 said they bought the first prototype for $50 when Midway shut down their home location and did regular maintenance on the machine, but were really happy that it was so rare Many tried to convince BTC08 to dump the ROM, but they refused to. Epic Mickey is a video game franchise developed by Junction Point Studios and distributed by Disney Interactive Studios. The game stars Mickey going to the Wasteland, a place where all the forgotten Disney characters no one remembers live, with the power of both paint and thinner from a magic brush. What made the series memorable is the appearance of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit being a major character since 1943 alongside Mickey. Epic Mickey creator Warren Spector in an interview said that he wanted to do a full trilogy for the game series. I don't do anything that isn't extensible, and I will certainly feel that I have not done my job if I cannot make other games in this world with these characters. In my head, I've got 2 more planned. One idea he had for the 3rd game was it having more musical numbers than the 2nd installment, possibly making it a musical, and if it got released, it would have been for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. On January 29, 2013, Disney announced that Junction Point Studios was officially being closed down, and Disney Interactive would soon follow 3 years later due to low profit margins and attachment rates. In 2015, Warren was asked about how Epic Mickey 3's story would go. Mickey 3, I wanted to really up the multiplayer action. What we did in Mickey 2 was pretty simple. I also wanted to make a truly interactive musical game. I have some weird ideas on how to use music and how to make music into the context of a game that no music game has done yet. Also, the heroes would have left Wasteland. There is no concept art, rough animation, anything. Nothing has been found from the game at the time of my video. The closest thing to suggest a planned 3rd game is a teaser for it that was at the end of the 2nd game where different variants of Pete decided to team up. That should do it for this episode of Lost Media. In the comments below, suggest some things I should look into, but stay safe guys, and I'll see you in the next volume.
Hey, glad you can make it, but if you could be so kind as to leave a comment and maybe subscribe so we can keep the lights on. Thanks.